Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? I am Roxanne Marion, and I jumped on today to talk to you about ways that you can reduce stress fast and feel more calm. Of course, this is important because, let's be totally honest. All of us seem to have stress and sometimes at the very worst times. So it's good to learn ways that you can just get calm right away as soon as possible. Doesn't happen to everyone, but I'm going to give you, if not 15 ways, because there were some that I was like, Roxanne, maybe not that, but maybe I'll give it to you because it might work for you. So I'm just going to go through the list. If I have examples, which I always have examples, but I will let you all know. Hey, everyone. I will let you all know what those examples are because first and foremost, we know MS and stress do not mix. So these are ways that you can reduce stress fast and feel more calm. One is to focus your attention. Example already. Okay. Focus your attention as in don't multitask. Hi, Laura. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I'm so happy to see you. Make sure you watch yesterday's, yes, I believe it was yesterday's live, where we talked about those risk factors that go cause multiple sclerosis. So, or I should not say cause because they do not know the cause of multiple sclerosis yet. But there are some common factors that those of us who have MS often have, you know, around us or have happened to us, just those factors. So, first, to reduce your stress, you want to focus your attention. And I've been reading this book about self care, and she talks about focusing your attention as well, both in mindfulness and also in your multitasking. And I'm going to answer Laura's question real quick. So, remember when you and Anthony and I were saying how we were all from the Midwest, you from Illinois. Um, I think that's what you're asking. Oh, you have a hard time focusing. Okay. See, I misconstrued that. Yes, focusing. Hi, Michelle. Um, yes, focusing. You have to have awareness about what you're doing, the mindfulness of when you are somewhere and you're paying attention to that, to where you are, either in a moment or in a thought, that you have to focus on the the detail of it. So focus on the beauty of it, focus on the scent of that one thing, focus on what you're hearing. So if you're at the beach and and say you're there with, you don't even have to be there with your own kids. There are so many kids at the beach sometimes that we just don't focus on. We just don't focus on what we're there to enjoy, which are the sounds of the waves, the beauty of the sky, the sand between your toes, the heat on your skin, things of that nature. Okay, things of that nature, just being able to focus on that. But more than that, I think a lot of us multitask, and that's not actually getting a lot of things done. It's putting 10% into that, 20% into this, maybe 40% into this, and nothing's getting your full attention and focus. And if you realize that you are, you most likely are getting really antsy about what you're doing, when you're multitasking because so many things have to get done at once. Focus on that one thing, and that is going to help you to be less stressed and to feel calmer. Second thing they have here is to take a break. And that doesn't always mean take a nap. I talk a lot about taking a nap, but doesn't mean that. Just when you're finished with one thing, finish it. Take a beat before you move on to the next. Okay? Because you're almost throwing it all together and starting to multitask again. Breathe, take a moment, and move on to the next thing. Oh, Michelle, I got confused. I started to talk to Laura about something and then I got confused. But yes, you have got to the the thing about this list is it's going to help you reduce stress fast, but then it's going to get you to calm down. So number 3 is talk to someone. I told a friend recently that I was in my head a lot. And he told me he didn't understand what I was saying. And I don't think it's a just a female thing, but when I was saying I was in my head, I was thinking about what I thought he was reacting to. So in my head, I was figuring it all out. I was trying to realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this or I should do this instead. And maybe if he talk to the person, talk to the person. Don't try to have the conversation and fix everything on your own. Guys, I was so stressed after that. I was stressed after the time we spent together because later on I found out that I was completely wrong and it just caused so much friction. And on the other side of that, find someone to talk to, possibly a therapist. I think I've said before, I've had a therapist now for a year and a few months. And she's of course gotten to know me very well, but I can actually, if I am having a crisis, and I think I've only had it, I mean, I've only been honest about having it and reached out to her before meeting with her maybe twice in the whole year. Someone to talk to about things is just going to reduce the stress, even if it's just because you get to, throw ideas off of each other. Number number 4, blast some music. Guys, I don't know about you, but I know about me that music changes everything. Sometimes it changes just my very mood depending on what I hit on the on Amazon. I listen to Amazon um, music. If I just let it shuffle and go through anything, if it's a playlist I've already made, I know that I'm going to want to listen to those songs anyway. But I love the spontaneity of the songs. And because I know I'm going to love them all, so I can dance around, sing to them. But sometimes when you don't think you want to dance, Laura, it's my happy place as well, music. When you don't think you want to dance, let that song come on. And I had a friend tell me recently, I went through a breakup, and she said, now just go ahead and turn on some music. And she said, and I don't mean that sad music that oh, I wish we were. She said, I'm not talking about all those love songs. She said, just turn on some music. And I was like, and it helped. And then I ended up making a breakup playlist and then a breakup playlist too. So it does help. Um, working out. Working out, I actually came back from being out all day. I had a really good time, went to lunch with my mom and my aunt, and had a really a really good time out. And we were driving around Charleston because my mom was showing my aunt how it's grown and all the buildings are different. And I love architecture, so I was really happy to see everything. But when I came home after eating lunch out at Olive Garden, because that's my aunt's favorite, I was like, okay, I need to pick up some weights. I need to get on the bike. But to be honest, it just helps a lot. And my friend was interviewing some guys who she was what it was a series on what women want to know, and she had some guys in there and they were answering some questions, but they had given advice to when you go through a breakup or if they had been through a divorce, that they learn to work out instead of getting into the habit of like eating the ice cream or eating whatever comfort food that you have, that when you get into those moments of pity, for lack of a better word, because I believe every once in a while you have the right to feel that way. But they were saying work out instead. And it does make you feel better because one, you can't wait to see the results. And then two, you know you're doing something good for yourself. Um, the, I passed one because I'd never seen myself do this, but someone else might like this. Hi, Emilio. So we're talking about stress and how we can relieve stress and feel calmer. So this one is the one that I passed because I wouldn't do it, but someone else might. Punch a pillow. Now, I've never punched a pillow. I would be one who would probably like more to have a pillow fight. But but I've never just punched a pillow when I am not in, I'm the only one in the room. So I just leave the pillow. But for anyone else, if you have that stress and that is a stress reliever for you or it will calm you down. And sometimes just being able to release that anger, you can punch a pillow and that will help. One or number seven, actually. Number seven is get organized. Guys, do you realize when you're depressed that sometimes you could look around your your room or your house or wherever you are and you could see things have cluttered or become unorganized, and depending on who you are, because I think that this one, like punching a pillow, it depends on who you are. I love to organize stuff. When I start organizing things, that makes me feel like my world's coming back together as well. So it helps me with my stress because when I look around, everything is everywhere, and I all of a sudden feel like, have I been here? Because I feel like everything got really messy all of a sudden. Usually it's me. I know the word I want to use, but it's me making, like, if I'm depressed, I make everything else around me look a certain way. And I don't even realize it at the time. I don't realize that I'm doing it. I'm just not taking care of the things that I need to take care of. So to get organized may make you feel better. And then it also might take you time to get organized, but try it to reduce the stress because sometimes when things are out of order, that alone causes stress. Um, practice yoga. Practice yoga. Now, a lot of people, there are some people who have done yoga, some people who have not, and some people who look at it like, how does that relieve stress? It's the fact that you have to concentrate so much on the pose that you're doing that you are mindful of that detail, that you're taking care and taking time with the pose that you're supposed to be in. So, calming down your brain is going to help you to de stress. Drink water is our number 8 because I skipped another one. But drinking water is going to definitely help you to calm down. And this is why. If you think of when you are stressed. If we think of our heartbeat, if our heartbeat is letting us know when we're stressed and you're going back and forth. Yes, Michelle just wrote that yoga is mindfulness and it's calmness. And that's why yoga is so good. But if you drink a cup of water and if your heart is going like this, back and forth, beating really fast, it's beating really fast, you're drinking the water is actually like a metronome. It's taking a beat of its own every time you swallow that water. So it's calming you down. Now, whether or not you want it to be cold water, room temperature, or warmer is up to you. But it's literally a metronome and has that stance or that count to kind of make you calm down. You can't help but to concentrate on each gulp that you take while you're drinking the water. Um, have some fun and laugh. I would definitely say this changed my life because I used to, and I still do at times, watch dramas. That's my thing. I like dramas. And I used to never watch comedies. Sitcoms, I didn't watch. I was more of a Law and Order of the Chicago series. I love those. I started watching, what is it? Oh my gosh. Um, with, I can't fix their names. Oh, Big Bang Theory. I started watching Big Bang Theory. Oh my gosh. I couldn't stop watching it. And it came on just for an hour. And I would be just fine if it came on for another hour because it's hilarious. And it was actually making me laugh. And you said you too, Laura. It is it makes all the difference between my ex-husband used to say that I was grumpier when I was watching my dramas, which I don't believe because I don't think I get grumpy. But I had just the nicest disposition when I was watching the comedies because I was always laughing. You can't be too stressed when you are having fun and you are laughing. So maybe have one of those calendars on your desk where you can this is old school where you could rip off each day and it has a joke. I think they probably have it in an app now, these days. So you could read jokes, something to make you laugh, going through Instagram sometimes, TikTok. But you have to be very careful because some of those things will take your whole day. But TikTok, if I remember correctly, had a lot of things that make you laugh. And I say if I remember correctly because I had to get rid of it because it was eating all of my time. I couldn't put it down. So to discipline myself, I just got rid of it. Next, cut back on your caffeine. And caffeine is probably in more than what people think. You have to cut back on your chocolate. You have to cut back on your Starbucks. And that means tea and coffee. You have to cut back on those things that have caffeine because it's just an upper and it makes you excited anyway. That's how people wake up in the morning and they go through their workday. Sometimes you just need not to have that extra in your day. So if you cut back on that, you're able to relax more and de stress. That's why they say don't drink a lot of coffee or have a lot of coffee close to bedtime. I've heard don't have it after 3 p.m. because it will keep you up. Another one is relax with a bath. I have a friend, I have a friend who says, "Oh, so you're sitting in your own dirt." He's hilarious, but no, women like baths. We like the suds. We like all the smell good stuff. We like the aromatherapies, having the candles on. Just even that just now, thinking of all that, probably just calmed me down and made me want to go run a bath. So, um, Laura, so one thing that you like to do when you're hurting or stressed is take a hot bath. Yes, with bath candies. Yes. Oh, a bubble bath with candles, glasses, but they don't always work. So baths with candles, yes. And I I as I'm talking, I keep seeing things in my head because I'm thinking of Friends. Remember when Chandler kept taking when Monica taught Chandler how to take a bath. She put in all the bath salts and she put up the candles and um, she let him take the bath that one time. But then eventually she ran a bath for herself, put the candles and the salts and the bubbles in it, and he took her bath because he had learned, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful and calming. So that's why I'm laughing to myself because it just, women, we get it. We get it that, it is about the candles. It is about the aromatherapy and just relaxing in the warm water. Or, see, for us, Laura, it's actually not supposed to be hot water. But I agree with you because I run a hot bath. I take a hot bath. For those of you who have MS, it's most likely some of you on here, a lot of you on here, we're not supposed to do hot baths. We should do lukewarm, but whoever takes a lukewarm bath. So, but the light, yes, but the lights off. And cool air with the lights off and cool. Laura, exactly. We can make all these things adjusted as we might have to. Just make sure cool air. Leave the door open. Don't let steam only come in. But we're taking hot baths, right? But that is like the best way to calm down, de-stress end of the day. And we have get some rest. Of course, you sleeping should be able to calm you. Remember though, some of us lay down at the end of a day and we think it's going to calm us, but your head is just constantly going with everything that stressed you out throughout the day. So I would add to this journal. Journal before you go to bed or write a list of the things that you have to do the next day. Otherwise, you're going to lay there stressed. And that's not the point. You're trying to de-stress. You're trying to calm yourself down. So you're going to have to make sure that you write a list and evaluate what's causing you stress in your life and work on fixing it. I'm at a point in my life right now where I want to see myself succeed at some things. And I've told myself I have to go ahead and get it now. It's not that I don't feel like anything's going to happen to me and that I'm just not going to fulfill my purposes. But if I don't go ahead and go for it, what do I have to gain or to strive for? And that is something that I'm evaluating over and over almost every day now. I'm evaluating, where am I going? What am I getting done? What am I not getting done? And sometimes you have to just be able to work on that. And that will take the stress off. And I can actually say that I've seen a difference in myself, even in making a routine. Yes, making a routine and doing that immediately, even at the end of the night, Laura, because my mind won't stop running. I go ahead and I'm journaling at the end of the night, and it helps because in the morning, I start off the morning with my routine, but I remember that list and I get to go ahead and finish it. It's not like I'm waiting till the end of the night again. These are the things that you wanted to finish yesterday and you didn't get to it. So make sure you finish it. Um, it makes a difference not to be so stressed out. I'm going to tell you guys the one I skipped, only because I said that I skipped it. Eat a whole meal. So it depends who you are. I would say if you eat a whole meal, to me, to de stress, the meal I would eat are all comfort foods. And that's not what you should go for. If it's saying eating whole wheats, whole grains, and things of that nature, yes, but I don't think putting food into it should be the thing that de-stresses you, you know, or calms you down. I think it's something that you have to learn to do for yourself. Maybe after you have calmed down, maybe if you want to go and have a cup of tea, you know, maybe that would be good. I would say that it is so important to make sure that you de stress as soon as you realize you are stressing out. Because with MS, especially, again, it's just not one of those things that helps us. And we have so many things that count against us anyway, because you know all the things. We've talked about them before, being tired, or the heat. You don't want to add to it by being stressed. So the faster you learn what calms you down and take the steps to do that, the better. So I am so happy to see you again, Laura. And I know Michelle was on here as well. So I'm so happy to see you again. I hope you got a lot out of that. And remember to watch yesterday's live. I believe it's still up there. It is still up there. And I will be back tomorrow. So you all take care. Have a good night.